fish on. There you go. Oh man, oh my God, that was a big old crappie we just had on there. I woke up this morning and I was saying, what kind of fishing can I do today? I can just get out there and basically jump out and do an easy episode and try to get one of those big mamas on the end of the line that are trying to fatten up for the fall, chasing all that bait fish around. But then I started thinking to myself, like, what did the little fish do? Did they chase bait around too and fatten up for the winter? So we're gonna try to jump out there and see if that's what they do. I got a lure here that is going to be quite unique and a little bit different than what we do here on this channel. But I love watching this one channel because this guy deals exclusively in this world, and that's the micro fishing world. Most people overlook all these fish, but this gentleman right here, Sheng of Extreme Philly Fishing, he makes it into an art form, guys. He just puts those fish on the end of the line. And what's cool about him is, one, the way he speaks on the channel, but the other thing is how intelligent he is when he catches these fish, because I would never remember all these names of these fish because everybody knows what the name of the actual fish is, but this guy comes right off the top of his head and he knows all the scientific names of all the fish that he catches. It doesn't matter, saltwater, freshwater, wherever he's at, he knows it, and it's crazy. But he's very interesting and I love watching that channel. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna be doing some micro fishing. And we are going to go ahead and jump out here with a bait that Sheng and Eurotackle collabed with, because Eurotackle reached out to him and said, hey, Leo, we're going to make a bait exclusively for you for the type of fishing that you do. So there are a couple different styles of baits that he has on the website that he deals with. The one in particular we're going to jump out here with is the EPF Swim. Look at that tiny little bait. That is insane. That's 1 inch. And we don't know what's going to be on the end of that line. We don't know how many fish or what kind of species are going to hit on here, but we're going to toss that out there and we're going to see what happens when we use this. Again, it's got a paddle tail. It's on the end here, a stout little body right on the other end to hold on to the hook. This you have to specifically pair up with the hooks that are on, again, the website I'm going to put down below in the description field below. But this is black, the color. The other one's chartreuse. But the hook you have to use right here is hook number 6. That's 1/32 of weight here on that jig head. And what's cool is, I don't know if you can see it or not, that little ball that's right here, when you put the swim bait on there, that little ball goes into the plastic part of the body and holds that bait on there. So when the fish tries to rip the bait off, it stays right on the hook. It's not going anywhere. Again, this is an absolute fish magnet. It's gonna catch crappie, perch possibly out here, white perch maybe, black bass, and bluegills, and whatever is around. It's gonna swipe up on this bait. You have to slow retrieve this. It's not going to be ineffective if you're going too fast. So when you slow retrieve it, that tail is just going to wag all over the place, and it's going to drive those fish insane because, again, it looks so natural in there. It looks like a tiny, tiny little minnow swimming around. These baits as well, each one of them are scented with secret S pheromone technology attractant. So when they bite onto it, they hang on there a little bit longer in order to get that strike on and bring that fish up in front of you. So give me a couple moments. We're going to go ahead and get this bait on the end of the line. We're going to start casting around in this canal that we're getting ready to go up to right now. And we're going to see how many fish and how many species we can come up with. Let's make our way over to the canal. Before we do that, the canal is right beyond this bridge right here. We're going to fish in this tiny, tiny little area here. It is high tide. It's tidal right over here because that's the Mississippi River. However, right here, this turns into a canal that goes over to a freshwater pond. But I want to throw a couple casts over in this area as the tide is high, and we're going to see if there's anything wandering around here. And you're wondering to yourself, why do you have a huge net when you're micro fishing? Because you never know what's going to pop up on the end of that bait. So I want to be prepared just in case. I only have 2-pound test line that's on this rod. We have a ugly stick, of course, made by Shakespeare. That's a 4'8" ultralight that we're using, and we have a Sienna reel, run-of-the-mill Walmart reel. That's a 500 FD that we're using to go ahead and try to catch these fish. So let's go ahead and get this out here and try to get that first strike of the day. I did pick up another color. I thought I only had 2 colors, but actually I have 3. The third color that I'm picking up that's in my pocket right now is going to be bluegill. But again, you can see how slow the retrieve is going to be. See how long it takes for these fish to hit up on this bait. Oh, there's a hit right there already. I don't know if you can see it or not, it's very faint, but you can see right here, that's actually a fall. The water falls down below this little concrete embankment right here, and I'm casting right along the edge of there to see if there's fish sitting right on there. I gotta be careful because this bait's gonna sail because this line is so thin. Oh, something's tagging on the end of it. I don't know what it is, but something pulled on it. It sucks, man, this angle that I'm in. Trying to get a little better angle this way here. There we go. That looks a little bit better on camera for you guys. But you can tell something was pulling on the end of it, but that's the importance of that little ball that's on there. All right, man, come on. We're getting light bites, man, but we're gonna get something on the end of this line before we move up into the canal. That little tail's just furiously moving, man. It's crazy. Here are the colors, as I mentioned earlier, that we're using. We've got the black color that we're using right here. We've got chartreuse, and then the last one's going to be bluegill. I think this one we might have some luck with, man, because that looks pretty cool looking. But the chartreuse is always usually pretty good. But again, we're not getting a lot of commitment off of this one right here, so that's why we're going to switch it up right now. But very convenient size packages. They literally can fit in your pocket of your pants or in your hoodies if you're wearing them right now. But let's go ahead and stuff them in there and switch up the color of the bait here and see if we can get this fish to commit a little bit more. I thought for sure we were going to get a fish over there, but I guess not. So let's start our travels over here in the canal. And I just got to figure out which way this wind is blowing so I can work it to my advantage. It looks like I need to be on this side to have the wind to my back. Something you don't see every day in the fall. A little dune buggy there. How about that? See if there's anything by this bridge. Got a lot of leaves we got to contend with here. There we go. Come on. There you go. All right. What do we got? Crappie. There we go. Also known as the paper mouth. Love this one. It's a pretty colorful fish as well. Got to get this hook out of here. But nothing to write home to mom about, but still pretty little fish, man. Look at those absolute gorgeous iridescent blue colors. Sheng, wouldn't it be crazy to have a big old lunker smack up on this thing? 5-pound bass on a tiny little swim bait. Anything's possible, right? Guys, look at the action on this thing. What fish wouldn't smash up on that? Man, they're destroying this thing, man. They're hitting the back end, man, but just not jumping on the bait. Just watch my rod, you'll see it just jut ever so slightly. Every time you see that, that's a fish hitting the back end of the swim bait. But you can see how slowly I'm cranking here. There's a bite right there. All right, man, same thing on the chartreuse, man. Not getting many bites at all. Just got to figure out what the emerging pattern is going to be. What color do they want? There's a fish right there. Fish on. Oh man, that's a nice crappie there. A little bit bigger than the other one. I saw him following it and he finally struck up on it. Something going on here. I don't know if he's got a lesion or whatever it is, but I'm not going to touch it. But nice crappie. Here's the new color we're getting ready to use right now. This is called Bluegill, and I think we're going to get some good strikes off of this one. But look, it's kind of translucent, and it's got little flakes in there, gold and blue flakes, and just a tinge of darkness here. So that kind of almost resembles baby bluegill. That's why they call it that. But let's see if we can get a little bit better response off of this color than the other two we were using. Again, this bait surprisingly casts very well. But again, watch the tip of my rod. Sit, sit. Almost immediately they're hitting on this bait with the change of color we just did right there. As we're searching here and casting, y'all, you saw the EPF Swim right there in front of you. Do you guys know of any other tiny little swim baits that are out there? I'd like to try them. So if you do, drop a comment below, and maybe I'll put up an episode on those recommended baits. We are contending right now with a cold front that came through, so I'm thinking that's probably why the fish are kind of shut off right now. But it's supposed to be right back up in the mid 60s as of next week. But today, right now, it's barely above 51 degrees. I'm gonna walk across the bridge right here. I'm gonna try to cast the shady side of the canal here. See if the fish are there. Oh, blink. There's a hit right there. Fish on. Fish on. Come on, baby. What do we got there? He's fighting. Oh, look at this, guys. Our third species, man. We got a little largemouth bass right here. Maybe a quarter pound at the most. How cool is that? Again, it's starting to turn into a fish magnet. Hopefully it turns into a 5-pound beauty up in this canal later on in its life. She's gone. Boy, that wind makes it much more chillier than what it is now. It's probably a good 5-10 mile an hour wind. Like I said, it's 51 degrees. It's supposed to be the high. And it feels like 40 something right now because my fingers are kind of numb. Getting close to our next bridge right here, up this canal here. If you're ever interested, guys, down in the town of Milford, that's where I'm at right now. Very, very scenic. You can see the walkways here. This goes quite a long ways up this way and as well down that way. It is called the River Walk. All you basically have to do is put Milford, Delaware River Walk. And if you got dogs or if you want to wander around, maybe you want to visit the shops that are around here, it's a pretty cool, neat place to be if you're looking for a place to visit for the day. I'm more curious as to what's going to happen over here when we get across the street on the other side of this bridge right here. Lots of laydowns are around here. There's lots of vegetation. So I got a feeling we're probably going to have some decent fish over in that area. But again, occasionally we get some nice ones around here. That's why I'm fishing this area right now. And I got to fix my swim bait here because she's sliding off. There you go. Yeah, another crappie, guys. How about that? This is by far the biggest one so far. That's a very nice crappie right there. That one is actually worthy of a skillet if we wanted to. Very pretty. Let's get the bait out of there. That was barely in there too. But look at the colors, guys, as I'm moving around, man. God darn, it's a nice looking fish. Let's get her on her way, and she's gone. So with crappie, guys, it's not like bluegills, man. They wander around doing their thing and everything else. Crappie always are in schools. So if there's that one right there, there's probably another one around there. But it looks like the adjustment that I made, slowing the bait down even further than when I was retrieving it at the beginning, is causing these fish to react a little bit more better on that bait. But that one was very slow to bite, man. I barely felt him touch it. You can see how resilient that bait is. We still are on the same exact swim bait. I don't know who the person is. Is that a fish right there? Yes, fish on. There you go. I don't know who the person is, another crappie. I don't know who the person is that developed the materials to make this, but it's such a resilient little bait. Because I know when, like, if you use the Mr. Crappie twisters and everything else like that, there's bluegills like to tear the living daylights out of the tails on those baits. So I'm gonna buy some more of these, man, because this is worth the money, man, for a bait that lasts that long. But good deal. She's gone, but the fishing is picking up right now. It'd be pretty cool if I can get a crappie over a pound. That's a big crappie for Delaware standards. So let's try to make that our goal right now so far. But each one of those crappie right there, all I'm doing is watching the line. The line was moving. Again, I barely felt the hit on that one as well. You know, there's got to be a big one lurking around there somewhere. But that was a slow pull. There's one right there. Another one. Oh, that's a decent sized one. Holy crap. There they are, man. There they are. Woo! There you go. Look at that one, man. I could just hear the skillet right now frying these buggers up. Some little breadcrumbs, some egg, milk, a couple of dashes of pepper and salt. There you go. They're getting bigger, guys. All right. Fish on, fish on. Oh, this is so much fun, man. I could sit here and do this all day long. I mean, I love catching the big ones, man, but sometimes you gotta change your pace up, man, and do something, again, a little bit different like we are doing it today. But you gotta sometimes revisit your childhood. Well, luck will have it that I didn't have my camera on when I just caught a huge slab of a crappie. And I put it back in the water, so obviously you can't see it, but it was really nice. It almost weighed a pound. It was 0.61. But I'll hold faith out that we're going to catch one bigger than that a little bit later on this episode here. So let's get this thing all fixed back up here. Fish on. There you go. Oh man. Oh my God, that was a big old crappie we just had on there. Holy crap. That looked bigger than the other one. Ah. Gotta like when you pick up subscribers, guys. That's awesome. Oh, that was a good hit. Good hit. If it's another bluegill, we're gonna move along. What do we got here? Oh, he's going way up under the bulkhead here. Oh, now he's into this tree. Oh, there we go. Yep, it's another bluegill, man. So we're into a patch of bluegills again. So we're gonna go get across the street there and then start our new section here. Man, he swallowed that one pretty good too. But we got it out of there fairly easily. And she's gone. All right, make our way across the street. Just watch out for the traffic here. Let's make our way into that little crevice over there. But this is pretty neat that you got this little section here that you can fish in. Nobody said anything to me about being on here, but we can keep fishing here until somebody says something. Come on. There you go, fish on. Man, he's a fighter. What is it? Stupid bluegills, man. Another really nice sized bluegill here, guys. Same thing, it's about as big as my palm. Huge pumpkin seed. Look at that. That thing is big. My God. Look at the head on this thing. It's not an insane looking bluegill. Here you go. They're fun to catch, but then they're annoying when they're in like droves and you can't get through them to get the other fish. There you go. What do we got here? Another bluegill? Yep. All right, we're gonna hop off of this spot, man. I thought we were gonna get a little bit more different kind of fish here, but we're just getting the same exact species here. But we'll get that guy off there, send it on its way. And we have to go back around the bridge over here and then go along this pathway here. I mentioned to you that the river walk goes a distance up that way and as well down a distance this way. But as you're walking this path here, there's some pretty cool things you can look at right here. I guess if you make a certain donation to a certain charity, you go ahead and get this boat right here put up on a platform, and you can paint the boat any way that you want. So this is one of many that are right all along this river walk. This one here is for the 2nd Street players, again, supporting the arts. And that's the Riverfront Theater, which is ironically right across from us right here. But pretty cool stuff as you're walking along this walk. Let's make our way down here and see what this bridge looks like right here and see if we'll be able to fish it. So here we go, guys. See them? All the boats all lined up over here. And they get all fancy and everything else like that. Let's go and jump up on this one and take a look at that one. I love the colors on this one here. It's pretty cool looking. Look at the colors on this guy. Isn't that pretty neat? Somebody put some work into this one. I mean, look at the detail and everything. I'm gonna find little spots to fish over here on my way back to where I need to be here. Might be able to cast on this corner right here. There you go. There you go, fish. Oh, crappie. There you go, man. Nice, nice. Look at I love those eyes, man. Look at that absolute beautiful eye on that crappie, guys. Isn't that crazy looking? Pretty crappie. Let's get her on the way. She's gone. All right, let's head back over here behind that shack right over there. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stand right here. I'm gonna fish right down the gut. All the leaves got blown out, so that's good for us. Getting a bite right here. Fish on. First cast. Oh, he's going up underneath the bridge. Still with the bluegills here. Wow, look at how bright the breast on this bluegill is, guys. Super, super orange. Uh-oh, I think we just got peed on, guys. You see him peeing there. But really orange. Look at the greenish detail in its coloration right here. Isn't that pretty cool looking? It's almost like a bass color. All right, man, we're back to trying to get that elusive 1-pounder, guys. Let's see if we can get them. Nice. Oh, that's a good. Oh my God, I broke off, guys. That was a nice fish. Just broke me off. That was a decent sized fish, whatever it was. Beautiful up and glow in the background there, guys. Shows you how long I've been out here fishing today. Just having a ball. There you go. What are we going to end up with here? Where's it at? All right. What the heck? All right, guys, how about that? We ended up with a bass on the end of the line. How about that? All right, we started off with a bass. We end up with a bass. All that time, man, fishing out here, man. Great, great, great stuff here today. But she's gone. I am so glad I bought this bait. I finally pulled it out of my plastics pouch, and this EPF Swim was absolute fire on this episode. We had a little bit of a slow start right there. We tried the black and the chartreuse. I mean, they were nipping on the end of it, but not really fully committing. But once we got that bluegill color on the end of the line, it was lights out. These fish were just destroying that bait. They couldn't resist that paddle tail, man. It was just too much for him. So I'm so glad I jumped up on Leo's channel. He is from Extreme Philly Fishing. That's Leo Sheng. He uses these baits exclusively, these EPF swims. He's got some jigs that are on there, and of course he's got some tubes that are on there that coordinate with these hooks that I told you about earlier in the episode. So if you want these, the link is right down below, Eurotackle.net. You click right up on there, and I think he has a code that you can use to get these baits right here. I'm sure Leo would appreciate it as well too, but I would encourage you to subscribe to his channel. He's got, again, a unique niche of micro fishing that a lot of people don't do because everybody wants the big old monsters on the end of the line, but sometimes you just got to go back to your childhood, man, and get back to simpler things, man. Fishing for those little panfish on the end of the line, because I've been having a tough time here in Delaware trying to put fish on the end of my line here. You know, you always want the big fat green bean bags, and I just not been able to do it. And it's going to get worse as this season goes by, because winter's coming very, very fast, and it's going to get super slow here. So I'm glad I got this out here. The fish were moving around on that cool, chilly day, and again, extremely windy day, but we were able to make it work. So if you guys enjoyed that video, give me a big fat thumbs up. Drop a comment below if you haven't already done so. Click that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. That way you're informed of all of our future episodes. Of course, follow us at 302 Fishing. And again, we've got some episodes over on the right-hand side. I encourage you to go ahead and follow up on our channel and the great videos that are right over there. I'm going to get out of here, guys. And as always, fish on.